Well, hello everyone. This is Raquel, and it is October 18th in the year 2025. And I'm here to talk about what's going on in the quantum and how it's impacting our physicality, our emotions, our way of being. And so, as we continue through this October energies, we're still feeling quite a bit of the effects from the equinox last month, even, and of course the eclipses that happened. And so these events are celestial in nature and they're not just on a dime, right? So we're still feeling the effects, and many have been going through yet another round of purging. Many have hit another level of the dark night of the soul as we continue this journey of reclaiming all of our unique aspects, all of our energy that has been playing out throughout this experience. And the thing to remember as we continue on the journey of awakening is that we are all one. There's a lot of misconception about the unity consciousness, at least from what I've experienced in conversations with clients. And I just want to reiterate that unity consciousness is truly the awareness and understanding that we are all one. We all are fractals of the same frequency, the same source energy. And when you're talking 800 or 8 billion people on this planet, and then all of the assortment of beautiful experiences we're having elsewhere, that's a lot to really try to wrap your awareness around. But it needs to stay in the forefront of your awareness because there is no us and them. Yes, there are individualized aspects that are playing out on the planet right now in some pretty horrific ways and have been since this civilization began, right? But when we're thinking about our awakening and we're thinking about how we are walking through this process, we are experiencing, many of us experiencing collective energies. And it's not just a one and done. We experience the collective frequencies that are happening because they're happening to us and they're happening across the board. And so we talk about the bifurcation that is happening, those individualized aspects that are not waking up, that are fighting the process, who are still vibrating at the lower frequencies. And we feel that profoundly because those are, in truth, fractals of the whole. We're part of the whole. We are fractals of the whole in the same. So when you get these experiences of deep emotion, deep sorrow, deep anxiety, or other things that are surfacing that are just out of the norm or aren't relatable to your personal individualized experience, I invite you to remember that we are all one and that this is a collective ascension. It's an inside job. Each of us are doing it individually, but we are ultimately all one. So the unity consciousness asks us to step into a level of awareness and compassion for all those around us, for ourselves, as we continue to experience the bifurcation of frequencies and how it's impacting the world because we feel it. We're always asking, where's our skill set? And I want to be more intuitive and I want to have all of these different awarenesses. These are some of the awarenesses that come with the awakening process because we are in service to the greater humanity when we are processing these larger morphogenic fields through our own systems. And many ask, well, why? Why am I doing that? Because those aspects that are trying to clear and awaken on the planet, they're part of you. Yes, not at this level or maybe even at the next harmonic universe level, but ultimately we're all one. And we're doing this together. And the pushback, the bifurcation that is happening, we are still a part of it, even though we're holding a higher frequency. And we're holding that to allow those other aspects to attune to it, train. I'm not sure that's the right word. But we're holding that higher to lift them up, to give them better opportunities. And I say them because they're in an individualized experience, but they again are us. And so as we go through and we are experiencing these emotional responses to the larger field, I always want to remind you and invite you that you have a choice. And you have a choice to be in resistance and in, how do I want to say this? In judgment. There's a whole list of what I could say that would be appropriate. But I invite you to choose differently. I invite you to choose to be in a higher state of awareness and a higher state of compassion. Because it is that response that ripples out and it has far-reaching effects, including allowing you in your own individualized experience to move through the energetic unlocking or morphogenic fields that are happening that are affecting you. So the more you stop resisting and being in judgment and being they versus me or, us versus them, the more you can let that go and see what's happening on a larger perspective, it allows you to move through this experience with more ease and grace. And our bodies are our vehicle for awakening. So they are experiencing the shifts in consciousness and the densities at the cellular level that we are literally transmuting from carbon-based to crystalline. This is the process. And what we're holding and what we're doing is profoundly effective, and it affects both ways. So it's either part of the solution in moving more and more into higher frequencies, or it's part of the resistance that is keeping the lower frequencies. And we bounce back and forth. Believe me, no one's staying there 24/7 right now, unless you're a monk up on a mountain in a meditation constantly. We walk through this world, but it is our ability to choose and to actually move through the emotion more quickly and come back to that 0 point and that state of awareness that is the gift, if you will, and it is the mastery that we are working to really step into and live from that perspective. And so just remember that as we're walking through all of these intensities, you do get to choose how quickly you can process through and come back into a state of peace and serenity, or at least back into a place where you can get into your heart and feel more aligned with the truth of who you are as a divine being of light. Hi, I'm Raquel, and I am an ascension guide, helping you to awaken and remember your quantum self. I provide a holistic, multifaceted, and comprehensive approach to your awakening and ascension, bringing you to the cutting edge of consciousness while expanding your ability to live multidimensionally. You are a divine, sovereign being of light, and it's time to remember. Explore my website, raquelspencer.com, to learn about becoming your quantum self.